changed.
Not unless maintenance, no.
I
Are you
stopped
awaiting
myself from
trial?
swearing.
Trials?
I'm sorry,
This,
I kind of missed it. What were the trials for specifically?
See if we were
Didn't say.
worthy of
yeah,
getting the
see if you are worthy.
artifact.
Okay, of going back up to be whatever.
Of earning the right to take the Tesseract.
Okay. Oh, so this isn't something that the Chosen would do.
No,
It's
not
specifically for us.
necessarily.
Okay.
You could make that assumption. No, it's probably not something that the Chosen generally do.
Okay. Sorry. My apologies. Slip of the tongue. Pay no mind.
Yes. Okay.
We're dead. He's gonna snitch on us. Fucking narc.
Not if I kill him first.
Oh yeah, that'll really go well.
I slit his throat hardcore.
Suddenly I see cameras all over the place.
Anyways.
Yeah, and Pauline is the one who's gonna fuck over the group, right?
Anyways. Thank you for your time.
Of course.
So, as soon as he closes the door, alright, I say we head back to our sanctum, or sanctorum, and once we get there, try tracing our steps to this one in reverse and see if we come across another one. See how many there are. Hey, look, we're not dim anymore on my screen.
You're still dim.
Shut up. Anyways, maybe get some kind of idea as to how many sanctorums there really are.
Good idea.
All right. You head back, and it takes you a significantly longer amount of time to head back.
Mm-hmm.
As Mercury, you just have to keep running through your head
Yeah.
Well,
how
we-
you got there, and
Well, we brought Flint for the map, so
Yeah,
I
no.
wouldn't specifically have to remember. I'm basically just we're double checking each other.
but you're just trying to mentally figure out the fastest route while he is at the same time looking at it, and then you guys keep checking because the map seems off to your recollection because the way that you remember it, the distance you would have had to travel would have been is way larger on the map than your memory of it. So you just keep double checking with it because something seems off and you're not sure what it is.
Okay.
But you do find your way back. It just takes you a little longer than you would have expected, and you begin going the other way, which, based on your memory, goes a lot faster.
Okay.
The tool still seems to be off a bit on the distances for some reason.
I'm making sure to keep the map up to date while we're moving.
Yeah, and as I'm going through, like, for the first, about how long would you say we took to travel to the second sanctorum, and how long would you say it took to travel back?
Well, you probably spent like 2.5 hours traveling to the second sanctorum, but you were going in like different directions.
Yeah.
And then it took you about 2 hours to get back, just because everything seemed a bit
Despite
odd.
going in essentially a straight line.
Yeah, despite taking a faster direct route, it still took you a long time because you were having issues with
Okay, so
conflicting
yeah,
information.
like for the first few times that I looked over at the map, it's not a big deal. But around like the hour and a half mark, as I'm sitting there, and it seems like every single time we go down a hallway, the measurements on the map are incorrect. I'm going to turn to Flint and Ellen and Paulina and just inform them that I don't want any of you going out without me using just this map. I can't put my finger on it, but it's not correct.
I'll nod and keep fiddling with it.
It's a good baseline, but there's still a high probability of you getting lost. Do I know about Paulina and Ellen's microbeads?
No, you don't.
Okay, then never mind. So,
Well, at this point, I'd inform the group of it because
I don't think I would be averse to that.
Okay.
Oh, I don't care if you'd be averse to it or not. I'm telling him anyway.
No, I know. I
She just doesn't have a
understand, but-
reaction.
Oh,
Okay.
Negative.
So then, in that case, so once they inform me that they have them, I want to test something with you really quickly. Check to see that you can hear each other right now.
Test.
Test.
You can both hear each other fine.
Paulina, wait here. Ellen, come with me. Flint, you stay with Paulina.
Okay.
Flint
So-
stares at the sun.
So I
I'm
take
okay with
Ellen and the map tool probably like 15 more minutes into the maze through a bunch of twists and turns. Not necessarily the ones to get from Sanctum
Yeah,
or Sanctorum
you're
to
just, you're
Sanctorum,
just
but
going somewhere. Yeah.
yeah. Test it again.
Test. Or not. You'd have to say test first.
I guess it works fine.
You have to say test first.
Yes, I realize this. Test.
Test. Oh,
You hear
Paulina jumping the gun.
Well, both of you both hear each other, but there is definitely some static coming through, but not a lot.
okay.
Okay.
There's a little interference.
But you're going through at this point like yards of plascrete, so it makes sense that it would be
Yeah.
staticky to you.
All right, Ellen, we're gonna head back.
Yeah.
And once we meet up with them again, so this is how we're gonna do this. If anyone ever has to go out, specifically without me, Flint gets the map tool because he has the best navigational skills. Paulina goes with Flint. Ellen, you come with me. We don't split up in any other way unless it's the three of you and me.
Gotcha.
Separate. Not saying all four of us at once. So
Sure.
it's either all four of us, the three of you as a group, or
The duos,
two and
you just-
two, me and Ellen, Paulina, and Flint.
Understood.
Yeah, okay.
That way we always have someone with a microbead. And we always have someone who can navigate. And then with that, I'm going to continue towards the Sanctorum.
Yeah.
So you guys find your way to the third sanctorum.
Okay.
Are you heading towards the sanctorum or the housing area?
Let's just check the sanctorum.
Just check the Sanctorum for now.
You check the sanctorum, and again, there are slight variations on it, but for the most part, it looks very similar.
What kind of slight variations are we talking about?
Just like the mechanism itself looks
Like, is it
slightly
an
different.
ornate thing and it's the designs on it, or is it the mechanism and how it looks like it functions?
It's like, say, like a supporting bar is in a different location, so it could be properly designed that way, or perhaps through repair it needed it at a different point. You're not really sure. It's just that the mechanism looks slightly different, but not like it's changed its purpose in a.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room, or just the mechanism and a place to sit and pray?
There's just the mechanism, a light kind of carpet, and then the pillows stacked in the corner.
Since I have the chrono, I do check the time periodically to make sure that we haven't been gone too long.
Well,
Oh,
we
you've
normally
been-
get up.
You've been gone for like 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't want us to get so caught up in exploring that we forget, hey, we need to go back and be there for prayer time.
Well, we did this immediately after prayer time,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we still got like 12-ish hours.
I'm just saying, this
Yeah.
place looks really engrossing. So I check the chrono every couple of
Yeah.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Uh,
actually going to check the map, see if there's any kind of pattern to the layout now that we've gone to 3 sanctorums.
Well, seeing as I managed to successfully navigate to 2 of them, based on the information it took to get to one of them, you'd be partially incorrect for doing it. But if you extrapolate it, it looks like it's roughly the same layout for at least 3 sections.
Well, I just want to get some visual confirmation on that.
You look over it, and it seems like there's definitely a pattern, but you can tell that overlaid on top of that pattern for like the support structures and just kind of storage hallways and stuff, they're different.
Okay.
So if you know where you're going, it appears that there's a pattern to that, but if you just came in, you would get lost very quickly.
Okay.
Sure.
I ask if we want to see if there are any other chosen and ask them how long they've been here. I mean, it already seems like it's going to take a very long time, but do we want to start just asking around, see if other people have been here for a longer or shorter time?
I don't think we want to draw attention to ourselves like that.
Okay.
So, as Ellen says that, are there any priests around, or have there been any priests around that have seen us come through here? To this second one. Or third, rather.
No, not to the third one.
Okay.
It seemed very empty.
Okay. Then in that case, before we leave, I'm going to pull the card from my backpack, turn it on, and you said it's like a spider-like thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cut about that much off of the tip of each tentacle, leg, arm, whatever.
Okay.
Basically, like the needle portion that would go in.
Paulina looks horrified.
That says Merc. I don't think that's a good idea.
The other guy mentioned maintenance is the only thing that interrupts the daily schedule. Would you rather I go back to hours and do this? I want to see what kind of interruptions they experience.
Where are you going to keep those things?
He can toss them anywhere, really.
Any old book closet will do. All right, fine,
It's-
Richard. I don't do it to all of them since they stopped me. I have to have cut at least one off for them to
Yes.
be horrified.
Yes.
So I do it to one more, or no, two more, because that
Okay.
way, because you said there have to be at least 10 tentacles if they have the 10 in
There
the
are
other
10
one.
in this one, too.
There are 10 in
There's
this one.
10 in
yeah.
each of them you've seen so far.
So that way there are 7. So the only 2 groups I know of are 8 and 10. So this way, hopefully, at least one person has to go without use. So
So you're cutting 2? Or
I'm
3?
cutting 3, so that there are only 7 functioning ones.
Mhm.
So, and then, as quickly as we came in, I put that and the 3 in my backpack so that I can walk around not just carrying. I mean, like I said, they're only about yay big, so it's not like. But yeah, so we make our way back, and just any random point in time, roughly like halfway, closest I can get, I try and find like a book closet and put them behind some books.
Okay, you do that.
Okay.
And you're just heading back to your home now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, head home. It's late. You grab some food. Is there anything else you want to do before you go to sleep?
No.
Yeah.
You overhear Velka and the 2 other, some of the other chosen discussing something about the Emperor. It doesn't seem very important. You guys go to bed.
Okay.
You're woken up the next day. You go. You do your 8 hours.
Well, when we're woken up, do I ever get the chance to talk to the high priest when the other acolytes aren't listening in?
You
Like,
could take
ev-
him. You could take him aside. Yeah.
Yeah, it's go to him. I apologize for my impatience, but you were speaking of trials.
Well, it's not the Archbishop. It's
Oh, okay.
always
Okay.
Drex.
The
Yeah.
young blonde one, right?
Oh,
No,
okay.
this isn't Ket. This is always the tech priest. Every time you've been woken up
Okay.
since you got down here, it's always been Drexen.
Well, in that case, I'm still gonna talk to him. But listen, the Archbishop, when we spoke to him, he spoke of trials we need to rise up against, to overcome. Do you know anything about that?
I do not. I will query him for you, though.
Thank you.
Of course.